Hey guys, if you guys need your dominations, 12-0s, evos, anything to do with online or offline grinding, be sure to hit up RoseNBA on Twitter. The link to his Twitter will be in the description down below. 100% legit and 100% reliable, so be sure to go hit him up now. What is going on, guys? It is your boy Bio2k, and today I'm going to be bringing you guys a video on the Galaxy Opal Damian Lillard, the 2000 card collector card thing in NBA 2K21 Myteam. Here's the thing though about this card. Today we are going to be figuring out if Galaxy Opal Damian Lillard is worth it. Now, one, I'm well aware that there was just a voice crack right there about like 2 seconds ago, so we're moving right past it. But, like I said, Galaxy Opal Damian Lillard is a very good card. Like, the thing is about this Lillard is I don't think people understand truly how good he is. So we do have the Galaxy Opal Baron Davis that is in my team as well. Obviously, he is a very solid card. Now, right now, we're actually, the first thing we're going to do is we are going to, okay, I don't know what I just did there. The first thing we're going to do, though, is actually compare these two cards because these are basically clones of each other. Now, when I say that, like, I don't mean that they're going to, like, I don't want to say that they're going to play the exact same way because there is a big difference between the two of them that I will kind of talk about in just a second here. But the thing is, like, they really are somewhat of a clone at the same time because, like I said, they have, like, they're almost the same height, they're the same weight, they kind of have the same animations, they kind of play the same way in the game, and that is kind of what we are going to be talking about here today. But at the same time, there is a big advantage to this Lillard that I feel like he does have over Baron, and again, we're going to talk about that right now. If you guys do enjoy this video, do me a favor and leave a like on it, would be greatly appreciated. If you guys are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button, and let's get right into it. So, first things first, when you take a look at the badges here on Next Gen, Lillard has 6 more Hall of Fame badges than Baron, basically taking those gold badges that are absent, or not even absent really, just basically taking those gold badges and turning them into Hall of Fame badges. That is actually like somewhat of a big deal. And there is a lot of good badges that I would say that it's really important that Lillard does have. I mean, deep threes on Hall of Fame, that is probably the #1 thing I think that is a big deal. He does have quick first step, he has Deadeye, Sniper's a really good one, but then he does have Green Machine, Hot Zone Hunter, and Floor General. I mean, Floor General is cool, but mainly I'm talking about Green Machine, Hot Zone Hunter, and deep threes, and circus threes, to be honest. When it says boost to step back threes, when you have sharp or shot creating takeover, it is almost like insane, like it's like almost like insanely hard to miss. You know what I'm saying? Like when you have like sharp takeover and you have these badges that back you up, you almost have to like purposely miss to actually mistime a green. Like it is really hard to actually do so. So right there, that is a huge difference in these two cards. Now again, it may not seem like that big of a difference to like some people, but if you really know what you're doing, these badges being on Hall of Fame is gonna make a very big difference. Now the rest of his badges are obviously really solid. He has Dimer, Pickpocket, Clamps, Interceptor, Intimidator, Trapper. He has Blinders already, which is really solid. Handles, Set Shooter, which is really good. Unpluckable, Ankle Braces, so he's not gonna be getting broken all that much. Like he has a lot of these badges that I think are really important, especially on a point guard. So already taking a look at the badges or like that he does have are great. The badges he doesn't have, I mean, Corner Specialist is like somewhat of a big deal that you can throw on him. Heart Crusher would be pretty cool, but like other than that, like you really don't see anything else that you would have to add to him. You know what I'm saying? So already I'm like thinking that this Lillard is obviously a little bit better. Now when you take a look at his stats here, this is where again Lillard is gonna have the like another advantage in the game. So his 3-ball rating is already at a 97. Obviously with a coach, shoe, floor general, whatever, it's going to be at a 99. So that 99 3-ball is already going to be pretty solid. He has the driving layup, and like Baron Davis does have the advantage, I think, when it comes to dunking. Now he doesn't have Showtime dunks, but he does have the advantage where I feel like he does get a little bit more of a dunking like animation in the game. Now, that's not saying that Lillard, like, isn't going to be dunking, because Lillard is going to be dunking on people. I just feel like when you look at Baron Davis, I think he is more for slashing, and Lillard is going to be more for shooting. Now, they do have, like, the same style jump shot, so Lillard is going to be super easy to green with as well. But ball handling, passing, both really looking pretty good. His defense, like, obviously isn't going to be insane, but he does have 86 perimeter defense and an 88 steal, and I feel like that is good enough to be able to compete. Now, again, I've talked about this so much. 94 speed with ball, and acceleration. And when it comes to playing defense, lateral quickness is the most important thing, I feel like, especially on next gen, to be able to, you know, move and slide and actually stop people from attacking the rim. He has a 90 lateral quickness, so it's not even like that is like slacking on this card at all. He is definitely well worth the pickup here. So one thing that I do want to do though is we are going to actually hop into freestyle really quick and kind of test out his jump shot, take a look at his hot zones and stuff like that, because that is something that I do feel like I haven't looked at. I feel like that's something a lot of people haven't really looked at. So you guys can see hot zones all over. I mean, he's got really good animations as far as being quick. I mean, and obviously like that jump shot is going to be money. It's the same thing as Baron Davis. I feel like they both have, you know, I think they do have like the exact same shot. I mean, it's straight up greens though. I mean, you guys can see like, and it's one of those jump shots again that when you get that sharp takeover badge, you can literally hit fades like that all game long. I mean, he is just, I just definitely think as of right now, I would say that he is worth it. The main reason why is because like it also depends what type of player you are, and that I'm going to kind of get into in just a second here. The first little half of this video I wanted to talk about, or I wanted to showcase this card, and then the second half we are going to actually, you know, break down the cards and how I got him and stuff like that. So you guys can see like I'm hitting fading greens and stuff like that. Like he is just actually one of those guys that you can just do it with. His jump shot is super easy to green, and he is very solid. I mean, and he's got the dunks to back it up. Like this card is just all around really solid. So this is where, again, I'm going to kind of break down whether or not he is worth it as far as, you know, collecting cards and stuff like that. When you go to the lifetime agenda screen here, you do see the My Team Fanatic lifetime. This is going to be where you do collect the cards. And you guys can see I have 2,060. So yesterday, if you guys didn't see the stream that I did last night, basically what it was is just me collecting cards for about 2 hours. Now, there is going to be some tips that I'm also going to be giving you guys too when it comes to your collection. So I've had this one done, you know, the current, you know, the 20 current NBA for a while. And then this one, the 21 current NBA, this actually just happened last night. I barely had any of these cards, and now you guys can see I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. I have 20 out of the 30 collections done. So basically, like, it's really easy to collect cards, I feel like, in this game. The reason why is because these cards are already going for really cheap, and I feel like that does help you, you know, when you are collecting cards. So first things first, let me clarify it this way. If you are a no money spent player, I would not even go for collector at all. The reason why is because as a no money spent player, you're not opening packs all the time, so you're not getting those random players that will fill out the collection. You're not, you know, you don't really have that opportunity to pull a card that goes for 500k and then use that 500k to just collect cards with. Like, you don't really have that opportunity. Like, that's what I did. The cards that I pulled from the flash set, I literally just took, sold them, and then bought all the cards back. So you guys can see, like, we are under 1 million MT, but like, it's not like I can get back there really easily. Like, I have guys like Bird and stuff like that I could sell to get back there. So I'm not really too worried about that. My thing is though, like I said, collecting cards as a no money spent player, and realistically even as a budget player, I wouldn't really recommend it. The reason why is because, again, you do have that Baron Davis that is virtually the same card. I mean, Lillard obviously is better. I think Lillard is actually like way better now that I'm like looking at the stats and, you know, the feel of the card and everything. But it's not like you're really going to notice a difference if you're just like an average player in this game. The reason why is just because like Baron is cool, but like I said, like you're not really going to see the difference. It's really going to be the same thing. That's Lillard. I have no idea where, like, I actually have no idea where, what's his name is going to be. Like, is he, okay, there's Baron. Okay, so who did I miss? Oh, yeah, we don't need Will. But yeah, like Baron, obviously it's a cool card, but like I said, like if you're a no money spent or a budget type player, I wouldn't even recommend going for it at all. Now, if you guys are like a player that do open packs, or even if you are a no money spent player and you're like, you know what, I snipe all the time, I want to do it, I'm actually going to show you guys really good tips on how to collect cards. So this collection right here is going to be a little bit different because these cards aren't in packs anymore, so their prices are going to be, you know, constantly going up and stuff like that. You can still get them out of different promo packs that are from before the new season. But as of right now, the current NBA sets, like these ones, like I said, they're all like relatively, you know, they're cheap and kind of expensive at the same time. It really just depends on what you are doing. So I'm going to take a look at a team like the Heat. So the Heat, they have an Amethyst here. They have a few players that actually do go for a decent amount. So Jimmy Butler right away, we're going to kind of take a look at. He's actually not that bad. I mean, the thing is, when you're looking at Amethyst players, I feel like if you can get them for under 5K, I feel like that's a W, because Amethyst players are like, they're not good, obviously, but like it makes sense of why they're still like 5K. But when you take a look at Sapphires, Emeralds, stuff like that, these cards will always be cheap. I would not recommend buying a Emerald or a Sapphire if they are more than 1500 MT. When you're looking at Emeralds and Sapphires, and honestly, if I'm being serious with you, even Rubies, I wouldn't spend more than 1500. You can, like, you guys can see, like, bam, he's going for relatively cheap. I'll even do this with another team really quick. And yeah, so you kind of want to be paying attention to that. Now, golds, silvers, and bronzes, these are going to be kind of tricky. Bronzes you could probably get for under 1000 MT, but when it comes to silvers and golds, these players always end up going for probably like 2000 to 3000 MT. That doesn't mean though that you can't get them for cheap. A prime example of this is this Goran Dragic. So you guys can see, there's only 2 up for a buy now. I'm not spending either of that for this Dragic. Last night, he was going for this constantly. I didn't buy him. I stayed patient. I kept checking it every like few minutes when I was going through the different teams. I just kept going through a cycle, and I just kept going through and just kept going around. And eventually, I actually ended up getting one for 3500. Now, I broke my own rule, but 3500 as the final card in the set for me was worth it. Every other card, though, I was able to get for under 2000 MT. And you guys can see, Tyler Harrow is back to 3500. I think I got him for actually 2100. Kelly Olynyk, though, you guys can see he dropped down a little bit. He's under 2K. We're going to take a look at Duncan Robinson here. Same thing, under 2K, which is good. Now we're going to take a look at some silvers here. The silvers, these are the players that, like I said, you just want to be patient on. When it comes to collector level, you really do want to be patient, because here's the thing. Look at Avery Bradley. I just got mine for 2000 MT last night. 2000 MT flat, and you guys can see, like, I'm not spending this for Avery Bradley, but sniping one for 2000 is definitely well worth it. Now, the reason why it is important to stay on this schedule in the sense that, you know, when you're buying cards for a certain amount, it's important to stay this way, because if you start overpaying for cards here and there, you're gonna burn through a lot more MT than you actually need to. Now, the thing is about the collector level, it's not necessarily worth it in the long run of things, but for me, like, the way I always, do the stuff in the game and whatnot, like, here's my deal, right? So you have like all these teams that are locked in right now. Obviously, it makes sense. A lot of them, whatever. These are all tokens that you're also getting towards other stuff. So I feel like in the long run, or not in the long run, in the short run of things, like for me, it's going to make sense this year. All these tokens are going to help me get token players for these XP challenges that are going to be dropping. You guys can see I have 2,000 tokens. I need to redeem 2 more pink diamonds, and then I could buy 2 opals. I'm not going to buy 2 opals. I am going to finally buy one of them. And you guys will see who that is. Probably, if not today, you'll be seeing it tomorrow. But yeah, so like I think like as far as, like I said, the long term, I don't think it's really all that worth it, because if you're locking in, and when I say that, like, if that's what I'm saying, like if you're trying to go for the collector level like later on in the year, I don't think it's worth it at all, because like by the time it's at the end of the year, like they're not really going to be that good. Like that Dark Matter Tatum, it's probably going to be a Dark Matter card, but Tatum coming out is probably not going to happen until like April or even May. And like let's be honest, like it's not like he's gonna be like the only Dark Matter card, you know what I mean? So like if you're gonna do it now, go for it. I think it's great, but like in the long run of things, I wouldn't do it. Plus, like I said, you get all of these tokens, and it is a bunch of tokens that you get. Now, heat checks are a little bit different here. This does add to your collector level as well. Heat checks, though, you guys are going to see here that some of them don't hold value at all, but you can find some that actually do. So if you do have random ones, I would just, constantly check around the auction house, see what you could find. I mean, the ones that obviously aren't going to be heating up aren't going to be going for a lot. I don't think I have any good ones. Look at a Koro on fire. You'll love to see it. I mean, he's probably, I was going to say, he's still probably not going for anything. But, guys like KD, I mean, he might heat up. I don't know why KD's that cheap. He's probably going to heat up and actually, like, bang out. But a guy like Steph, he's still 180K. One sold for around, like, 500K yesterday, which is insane to me. But, yeah, so I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Like I said, always just make sure that you guys are being smart with the way you're spending MT. Little bit of a snipe filter here that I guess I was going to show you guys a snipe filter, but it's not really like a snipe filter, so I'm just not even going to bother. But like I said, all you want to do is just periodically go through here. I mean, I'm going to just do it really quick and just kind of show you guys. I mean, Jordan Clarkson, you guys are going to see right here. I don't have him. I kind of need him, but I'm not spending 2,500. I'm telling you, just don't break that rule. Because if you start spending 2,500 or 2,400, that's an extra 500 MT per card, and every 2 cards, you're wasting 1,000 MT. That could potentially, or no, I'm sorry, every 4 cards that you waste that on is another card you could pick up. So, like I said, just be patient about it. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter. That Dwight Powell, you see how he's going for 4K? I guarantee you, eventually, I will be able to pick one up for, like, 2K. And I'm talking, like, in the next, like, week or so. You know what I mean? I'm not talking, like, at the end of the year. I'm not going to be like, oh, yeah, see, I told you. Like, yeah, so, trust me. I mean, just be patient. And, yeah, I mean, if you are, like, a no-money spend player, though, like I said, I would stay away. But, like, right there, Taylor Horn Tucker, boom, I will take that. I don't know why the disco ball just popped up. Wait, I can get the disco ball? What? I actually want to see this. How can I get the disco ball? I feel lied to. Y'all seen that, right? It literally told me I can get the disco ball. I feel actually lied to. All right, whatever. You know, it's not important. But either way, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy it. Be sure to kill a like button. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. And yeah, peace.